Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to our seminar for our August group, traveling on the 10th and returning back on the 18th, inshallah. Today we will be covering a few topics. I will be going over our tour. When is the schedule? What are we doing where? So you are prepared for that, inshallah. I'm going to briefly cover Dazuk. And I'm also going to go ahead and, inshallah, give you some tips for the trip as well. And all the way at the end, inshallah, we can switch over to a Q&A. So without any further ado, as I'm going over the schedule, I will also recommend some permit timings as well too, especially when it comes to Medina. So you will be departing on the 10th, which is a Saturday. The flight will be leaving from JFK, going to Riyadh Airport. You will arrive in Riyadh on the 11th, and then you have a connecting flight to Medina. Luggages do automatically get transferred over to the Medina flight. So the final destination where you will be collecting your luggages from Medina, inshallah. When you arrive in Medina, I will be receiving you in Medina, inshallah, and we will be moving straight to the hotel. Once we go ahead and arrive at the hotel, we will get everyone settled in, and we will have a walking tour at night. The following day, inshallah, this will be an open day. You can make your own plans. And on Tuesday, we will be, inshallah, doing our historical tours in the morning, approximately at 8 a.m., and we will be returning before Zuhr. Then the following day, inshallah, we depart to Makkah. We will be leaving at 11 a.m. in the morning. So, inshallah, we will give you a whole routine, a schedule, when to put your luggages outside the rooms and everything. This will be a night before, so you have an idea what to expect for that day. And once we move to Makkah, we're expecting to get to our hotel, inshallah, around 4 p.m., 4:30, 5 p.m. approximately. And once we get there, we get everyone settled into the room, and then we will announce a time for Umrah, inshallah, and we will all go together. And if anyone chooses to do their Umrah on their own, you are more than welcome to do so. But if this is your first time, we highly recommend to actually go with the group. Then, inshallah, on Tuesday, you have a free day. Sorry, on Thursday, you have a free day. On Friday, inshallah, we're going to try to schedule our historical tours. It's not possible to do it in the morning on Fridays. So we will be doing it, inshallah, either after Isha or we will do it after Asr, depending on the situation, because after the Umrah, many people get tired. So we will try to do it something later on at night. And the following day, inshallah, on the 17th, we will be checking out from the hotel approximately around 8:30, 9 p.m. So we do pay for the night, so you don't need to worry about it, inshallah. So we will leave after Isha. Sharply after Isha, around 9:30, we will be departing to Jeddah Airport. We have to get to the airport around 11, so we can start our check-in process for the flight at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, inshallah. And then you arrive back at JFK Airport 9 a.m. in the morning. So coming back to the starting of the schedule, on the 10th, inshallah, please be at the airport at 7 a.m. Our staff, Brother Samiuddin, he will be available at the airport. He will have an Annual Harman shirt on. We also put a banner up so you can find us easily by the Saudi airline counter. We do recommend you arrive early so you can beat the rush. There is construction going on Terminal 1. So make sure you get there early so you don't have any issues arriving at the airport. Once you get there, you will check in with Brother Samiuddin. He will give you luggage tags, which makes it easier for us during the trip, just in case you leave your luggages behind or something gets lost. It's easier for us to recover it and recognize it as our group luggage. The hotels we use them frequently, so the bellboys working there, the staff working there, they recognize our company as well too, so they will usually give one of our staff a call and let us know too if something was left behind. So it does make it a lot easier. It's very important that you arrive, you check in with the group leader before you check in for your Saudi airline flight. So make sure you're checking in with Brother Sabiuddin. Go check in, come back, so he can hand you over one of our Umrah kits, which is a bag that you could use during the trip. It comes in handy when you're going into Haram. Most of the time, people lose their slippers, or they want to carry a water bottle or anything like that. So that bag makes it really easy. So you can carry your slipper in there when you enter Haram. So it's easier for you to have access to it when you exit Haram, because it does get tough to find it. In Medina, it's not too bad, but in Mecca, if you leave your shoes or your slippers anywhere, it's almost impossible to find them again. So it does come in handy. Then we also have a document pouch which you can utilize during the trip, and especially when you're in Ihram, it comes in handy. You can put in your phone and a few other items if you need it in there, inshallah. Moving forward, inshallah, for Medina, the main activity for Medina will be your daily prayers. But other than that, you will visit the Roda or Riyaz al Jannah once during this entire trip. So they don't allow more than one permit every 365 days, which you will need a Nuzuk app for. Our staff at Anil Harman, inshallah, we will be sharing more details for Nuzuk as you're receiving the visas. And if you need any additional help, they will be working with you in order to activate it. And we will also follow up with you in order to make sure that you're prepared with the app, and when the permits come out, we are informing you. That's where the WhatsApp group is so important. You need to make sure you and your family, inshallah, and your loved ones that are traveling with you, they are in the WhatsApp group. So if one person misses the notification, someone else can receive the notification and remind each other. So it does make it much easier to get notified when you're a part of the WhatsApp group, inshallah. So make sure, if you have not done so, please make sure all the family members traveling with you, they are part of the WhatsApp group, so communication is much easier. I don't recommend taking out the Roda permit on the day of when we arrive, even though inshallah we will be in the hotel, approximately at the Medina hotel around 5 p.m. You still don't want to take that chance because of the complications of only being able to take out the permit once every 365 days. So you want to make sure that you're taking it out on a time where you can actually make it. So if you look at the permits, uh, avoid the 11th completely. It's not recommended to take it out. And if you're doing the 12, try to do afternoon or evening permits. This way, you're well rested the first night before you actually take out any of the permits. And then 13 morning is also fine if you're planning to go after midnight. Also avoid the morning hours for our historical tours date, which is on the 13th. So this is morning hours between, I would say, like after Fajr permits. So anything in the morning all the way till Zohar time, avoid those permits. And the permits, they do open up week by week every Friday. So today the permits would have opened up all the way till the 11th. Sorry, all the way till Saturday the 10th. So upcoming Friday next week, inshallah, on the 10th, you will see the permits open up, inshallah. For on the 9th, you will see the permits open up for the rest of the week. So just keep these things in mind, as it makes it much easier. We will also post reminders for you, so you are prepared well in advance. So they do come out in the morning after Fajr on Fridays. So approximately 6:30, 7:30, 8:30 is the usual time when we see these permits actually come out. So we will give you a reminder as well too, but it's important that you have everything ready to go in the following week, so you're prepared on Friday morning to take out the permits. They do go out very fast, and it's important that you take it out as soon as possible before traveling. A lot of the times people forget to take it out and they get there. It's very tough to get the permits once you arrive over there, because they basically go out very fast once the permits come out. So Friday is usually when all the permits will be out. So we want to make sure you're available in the morning to actually take out your permits on that day. Excuse me. And then inshallah, so for after the historical tour times, after Zohar, you are good to take out the permit. And even on the 14th, like you can take the permits out for anything before, I would say, Fajr time. It's okay. Even a little bit after Fajr is okay too, but try to keep that time slot open so we don't have any delays with the group when we're departing to Makkah. And of course, this is something when we get there on the first day, we do a walking tour, so you know what you need to do around Masjid Nawawi. Where do the men enter in to pray? Where do the women enter in to pray? Where do you go for the roda? So all these things we cover, and the activities around Haram, this is all covered during our walk-in tour on the first night when we get there. So it's very important that at least one family member attends, so you have an idea of what to do. I know everyone is usually tired as soon as we get there, but it's important that you attend this so you know exactly what's going on. For the Umrah, inshallah, I will recommend a time, inshallah, soon for when to take it out exactly. But if you do decide to take it out, this is not as strict as the Roda. The permits are more flexible. No one is really checking them when you're entering for Umrah. So you can take out a permit anywhere from around like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., whatever time is available. No one is really checking, but it's always a good idea to have the permit just in case our Haram gets really crowded. They do start checking permits, but it does happen occasionally. In Makkah, you want to make sure you're resting the next day on Thursday. If you decide to do any additional Umrahs, you can take out as many permits as you want. So there is no restriction on the Umrah permits like they are on the Roda permit. So this is a very important aspect of the trip, and it's important to understand before you travel. So it makes it much easier for you. Also, jumping into the tips, some of the tips that you should know before you travel, inshallah. Uh, Please make sure you have the copy of your visa either on your phone or a printout. Electronic is fine too. They usually don't ask for it, but just in case you have issues at immigration, it's always a good idea to show them the visa. Other than that, especially for the trip, make sure any medication that you take, you can pack it with you and you have enough quantity available for the entire duration of the trip. It's recommended to keep Tylenol and cough drops. Usually, there's always some sort of viral going around. There's a lot of coughing. So it always comes in handy to actually have those things with you. When it comes to your spending, I do recommend to carry cash. Many places, they do accept credit cards. Amex is usually not accepted anywhere. Very few spots they actually accept Amex, but Visa and MasterCard are the two usual cards that are accepted throughout Saudi pretty much. But you will find some local spots where they only accept their local processing cards, which are SMADA. So just make sure you have some cash just in case you need cash over there. It is recommended to carry new $100 bills to get the best possible rate. Inshallah, when you have your layover in Riyadh, that's a good time. If you need to get a SIM card, if you need to exchange money, that's a good time to take care of that. But there are plenty of money exchanges available near the hotel. So you don't need to really worry too much about it. But if you want to have urgent cash with you, you can carry that with you as well. We have also shared the PDF with all the tips as well too, but there are some of them that I like to cover, so you can start taking care of them. Very important, please make sure you're carrying a refillable water bottle so you can utilize Zamzam as much as possible while you are in Saudi. So whatever you bring back, you can share it with your family and friends. Zamzam is available inside Haram in Masjid Nawawi, and it's available pretty much outside, inside in Makkah. So you can find Zamzam more widely available in Makkah than it is in Masjid Nawawi in Medina. But it's always a good idea to catch all your prayers in Haram, as we are located very close to Haram. So we should try our best to catch every prayer in Haram and even try to pray inside. So utilize the Zamzam when you go inside, inshallah, and try to drink as much Zamzam as possible while you are on this journey, inshallah. For your luggages, you are allowed to check in two luggages up to 23 kg or 50 pounds. You're allowed one hand carry and one personal item. I do recommend to carry light, especially if you're planning to do a lot of shopping. So this way you have some space to bring some things back as well too. It's also highly recommended to carry enough clothes for the entire journey. Usually laundry is very expensive when it comes to Saudi, so it's highly recommended to carry enough clothes with you. Other than that, inshallah, there is a list that we have already shared with you in the group. You will also be getting a video on the new Nuzuk app that they have, on how to function with it, how to activate it. If you have an old account for Nuzuk, Or if you have traveled after the pandemic anytime, you had at the Marna in the past, the same username password, try to activate that first, as you will need to that account will still work. So any details that you used in the past, you will not be able to use those same details to create a new account. Some of the common questions we get with Nuzug is whether every family member needs a separate account. Every family member does need a separate account, but if you are looking to share the same phone during the journey, you can do so as well too. And internet is one of the requirements that you will need when you go for the roda. So just make sure you have at least one phone with a data connection on it, whether it be from the US or whether you decide to get a SIM card from Saudi. So it's always good to call your carrier and ask them whether roaming is covered in Saudi or not. If it's not covered, maybe if you want to go with the option to just pay for it and use your regular phone, or maybe you want to actually just get a local SIM card in Saudi. So these are all things that should be taken care of before traveling, so you have a smooth trip. You call your bank, you find out if you have any foreign transaction fees for whatever cards you're using. So this way, you already know, what you need to do over there while you're there. But you should always have cash too. Cash is something where every spot will accept cash. But credit cards, not every spot will accept it. But most of the spots, they do take credit cards. Uh, Other than that, inshallah, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat. Or if you would like to get unmute yourself, please just raise your hand so we can go one by one, inshallah. So inshallah, if anyone has any questions, please feel free. I know a few people joined in late. The meeting is recorded, so please feel free to watch it when we post the recording as well too. Or if you want to rewatch it just so you can see the information again, inshallah. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself so we can answer your questions, inshallah. So if there are no further questions, inshallah, we will end the meeting over here. We're looking. So I do see a question. By the way, I do highly recommend not to exchange the money in the US. They will give you a very low rate. The rate usually ranges from 3.7 to 3.73, 3.74. That is the usual rate that we see for USD. With cards, I have seen a better rate. So if a place accepts a card, I do recommend using a card over there. All right, Jazakallah khair, everyone, for joining. Inshallah, we are looking forward to taking care of you. Our team will be at JFK Airport to meet you, inshallah, and I will be receiving you in Medina Airport. And we hope you have a amazing journey with us, inshallah. See everyone soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.